What's up, everybody? It's Josh again. Yeah, so I got quite a bit of stuff this weekend. I got some really good deals. I couldn't really pass them up. I got stuff for just about every system I own. I got some stuff for the PS3, some stuff for the 360, PlayStation 2, PlayStation, GameCube, Super Nintendo. So I mean, I scored a lot of stuff to add to the collection, and it was pretty sweet. I decided that, obviously, as I usually do, I'm going to come on here and share it with you guys. Now, a lot of you, if you're friends with me on Facebook, or if you're part of OK Chief 420's Divers Nation, you've already seen some pics that I've already posted of the stuff that I found. But some of you aren't, and some of you still might want to hop on here and check it out. Plus, you might want to see what I want to say about it, because I say a little bit about what I found, and not so much about what other stuff I found. Anybody, anybody, any whatever I just meant to say. But whoever didn't watch my pickup or my dumpster dive finds that I just found that I posted before this, or should be posted before this or whatnot, check out the banner behind me. It's an awesome BioShock Infinite banner that I got from Walmart, and I love it. And with Levine shutting down, I think it's Levine. I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Levine or something like that. I pretty much know who I've met him. I always get Ken Levine, not Kevin Levine. I always get his name mixed up. But he shut down Irrational Games, which sucks badly. And yeah, so one of the best games they made, that and BioShock. I'm a huge BioShock fan. So anyway, let's get to the games, the stuff, the reasoning why you guys are watching this video. I have a story to go along with these games, so let's just go right into that, I guess. So, I get ready to head out, and I am now, like I've told everybody before, I volunteer at a thrift store here in town. It's a church-ran thrift store. I volunteer to help out, mainly because, I mean, it's always nice to volunteer places. It's always nice to help people out, and why not, you know? So I'm not officially, I guess, in charge of the video game stuff, but pretty much I kind of am. They're letting me take home the systems to try to get them working, in working order, cleaning them up, getting them, you know, nice enough to sell. And I'm doing the pricing on a lot of the stuff because they were underpricing a lot of stuff. I mean, I was walking away with stacks of stuff when I was buying, and for really cheap. And we're still doing it for really cheap, but it's a little bit more money, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't want this stuff. It all goes towards helping feed the community. You know, I say it's a church-ran thrift store, but it's actually a community. It's actually a community outreach that the money goes towards, like with helping people get food and assistance and stuff like that. So, right off the bat, with that, the thrift store. From there, I got a copy of Half-Life. It's not complete. It just comes with a generic case. It's Half-Life for the PlayStation 2. It's funny thing is I almost picked up Half-Life for the Xbox from the Goodwill, and then something happened when I didn't. I just put it up, and it's good because I already owned it for the PlayStation. And then I got Tropico 4, the Gold Edition for the Xbox 360. It's supposed to be like a SimCity type of deal where you're building up a not a resort, but a Caribbean island. You're like a president. So that's pretty cool. And then I got History Channel's Great Battles Medieval. You know, I don't expect much from either one of these games. I know Tropico 4, I've played the demo for, I believe. And the History Channel, they never really have a good running of good games, but it was cheap. I'll take it. I want to try it out. Why not? So then, on my way to I went dumpster diving, and then on my way to the flea market, and he didn't put it back in here. But anyway, I picked up at a pawn shop for $5 a copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii. So I can't wait to play this with him. He's already been playing it, I believe. Went to a thrift, or no, I'm sorry, to the flea market. And actually, real quick, I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of balance. But one of the thrift store, or the Second and Charles that I tell you guys about down here, I snagged, because I was in the wrestling spirit since Elimination Chamber was yesterday, I snagged a couple Super Nintendo wrestling games, which I believe I have all of them now. These were from a thrift store that was near the flea market. I got Raw for the Super Nintendo, and then Super WrestleMania for the Super Nintendo. And then from Second and Charles, like I said, I snagged these. Royal Rumble for the Super Nintendo. And WrestleMania, the arcade game, which I think is probably the best wrestling game. So I believe I have all the wrestling games now on the Super Nintendo. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe I do. So now, on to what I got from the flea market. I picked up from one gentleman. Sorry. Okay. I got Star Wars Battlefront for the Xbox. These games probably need to be resurfaced, or at least have disc repair stuff wiped on them, scratch repair stuff. Some of them look okay, some of them just look harsh. Like that one looks pretty decent. But this one is South Park complete in the original jewel case with everything. And then, like I said, Star Wars Battlefront. And then this one, this is just a case I put it in, Kingdom Hearts for the PlayStation 2. It's a little jacked up there at the bottom where it's missing some of the original paint. But it needs to be resurfaced, and this one will definitely get resurfaced since it's Kingdom Hearts. And then I got Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the N64, which I've never played. And I got all 4 of those games for $4, essentially $1 a piece. The Kingdom Hearts was actually in the South Park case on top of South Park. And so he only saw me holding the 3 games. And he told me $6 for all of them. And I was like, alright, that's fine, I'll do that. So I went to go get the money out. And I handed him a 20. He said, I don't have change for a 20. And I was like, well, this is all I got right now. So I started digging through my wallet, and with change and 2 $1 bills, I came up with $4, and he said, I'll take that. So that's what I got him for. So then I hit up another table, and this guy had a whole bunch of Nintendo games. Excuse me. A whole bunch of Nintendo games. And these things are dirty. I don't know if you can see the dirt. They're not like covered in food or anything, they're just covered in dirt. And a couple of the labels are jacked up. Some major cleaning needs to be done. But there's some decent titles. Tiger Heli. This one, Ninja Gaiden. With a dust sleeve, although it didn't really help with the dust. Bayou Billy, The Adventures of Bayou Billy with a dust sleeve. Tetris with a dust sleeve. Wizards and Warriors. Werewolf the Last Warrior. Billy Barker's Trick Shooting. And Othello with a dust sleeve. And Joust. And Joust is really jacked up. It's got a discard label, bunch of, looks like permanent green marker around the edge, another label for a public library, and then discard public library right there on the back. So it looks like a public library owned it at one point and put it in its discard to get rid of it. That, I mean, those, you know, just gonna be a bunch of cleaning. And but with those, what he's playing on the DS that I just found in the dumpster is playing Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and that was actually a copy that came with that lot. and that is jacked up as well. It looks like a dog got a hold of it and chewed on it a bit, but I got it to work. So I'm not complaining. I paid 25 bucks for all that. I can't really complain about that. The games, like I said, once cleaned up, I mean, they're all just going in my collection, but once cleaned up, there's value in them. And especially Ninja Gaiden, although the label's messed up. The Adventures of Bayou Billy's not that expensive, but Werewolf and Wizards and Warriors, they're decent value. But I got my money back at least if I would want to sell them or trade them. Then I headed over to another thrift store that we love. My wife loves it because it sets up a bunch of bins out front with when clothes have been there too long, they're just free. And she finds a lot of kids' clothes there. And I don't know, anybody who has kids, they go through clothes like they're nothing. But I went to a couple other. I went to that thrift store, and I went to another flea market. But real quick, I'm just going to get off here, and I'm going to throw this over to a part 2 because I'm pretty sure this video is getting pretty long. So just sit back, relax, grab some drinks and some popcorn because the real good stuff comes from this thrift store. And yeah, I found a grail item for me in this thrift store. So make sure you come back and check out part 2. And I'll see you guys in just a second.